Next, in vocabulary list number 36, we're going to learn more food. So we're going to start with breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So breakfast is a combination of two signs. You sign eat and morning. So this is breakfast. Lunch is eat at noon, so it's eat noon. Lunch. And then dinner is eat night. Dinner. Now, you might also see it signed breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Oops, sorry, you didn't see that very well. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. B, L, and D. That's a little more English signing. So I always suggest that you stick with more ASL signing of breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Next is fruit and vegetable, or fruit and vegetable. So for fruit, you want an F hand shape, and you're going to come right here to this part by your mouth and go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Fruit, and then vegetable is the same. Vegetable. All right. Next, we have bread and butter and toast. So bread, you want two flat hand shapes. Your non-dominant hand, the hand that you don't write with, is just right here in front of you like this. It's not touching you, but it's just in front of you. And then you want a flat hand shape on your dominant hand too. But it's like you're slicing bread. So you're touching, 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 touching. So bread, bread. Butter, you want a flat hand shape on your non-dominant hand with your palm facing up. And with your dominant hand, the hand that you write with, you want a U hand shape. And then you come and just kind of like you're spreading butter on something, butter. Toast, you're going to pretend that this hand is a piece of bread. You want it's your non-dominant hand, the hand you don't write with, and your palm is going to face you so you can see it, right? And then you want to have a V on your dominant hand, the hand that you write with, and bend it. So it's like that. And then you tap on one side and tap on the other side, and that's toast. Toast. Next, we have hamburger. We learned a lot of fruits and vegetables, not a lot. We learned a few fruits and vegetables last time. So this time is mostly meat or breakfast things. So for hamburger, you want two flat hand shapes, and you're going to they're kind of like C, they're not like stiff C's, kind of keep your C's loose like that. And you're going to come down one time and then switch your palm orientation. So palms this way, then switch this way. Hamburger. Meat or steak, you want a flat hand shape on your non-dominant hand with your palm facing you. And then you're going to do either you can do a 9 hand shape and grab and you kind of hold a little bit like that, meat. Or I've also seen it with an 8 hand shape, meat, meat. It can also mean steak. Chicken that you eat is signed the same as bird. So sometimes you have to be specific about what's happening, chicken or a bird. Is it a pet or is it your taco, right? Okay, turkey is a G hand shape like this, only you point your fingers down. Well, so I guess it's a Q. And then you put your fist underneath your chin and you move it back and forth like a turkey's waddle, like that. That's turkey. Next, we have egg. So it's two U hand shapes. Your palms kind of face you here, and then you tap and then you let it go. Kind of like you take an egg and you crack it and then open it, right, to cook it or use it. So egg, egg. Bacon, you use that same hand shape and the same palm orientation, but the movement's different. You go wiggle, 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 wiggle as you bring your hands away from each other. So that's bacon, bacon. And sometimes I see people sign it with their thumbs up, bacon. I tend to go back and forth. Sometimes I sign it this way and sometimes I sign it this way. So bacon. Sausage, you're going to have S hand shapes with your palms. They can be kind of down, kind of out. But the most important part is the hand shape and the movement. So you open and then squish and open and squish. So you start with S hand shapes and then you let them go and then you bring them back to S and then let them go and bring them back to S. And you do it really fast. That's sausage. Sometimes people will use that for hot dog, but I'm going to show you another sign for hot dog that only means hot dog. All right, next we have cereal. So you want an X hand shape on your hand that you write with, and you're going to move it across your chin while you wiggle it. Cereal. I always think of like if you eat cereal and you spill some, you dribble some milk out of your mouth, you kind of wipe it up, right? So that's cereal. So if you're right-handed, start on your right side and go across. And if you're left-handed, you start on your left side and go across. So cereal. Hot dog, again, can be signed this way, but I have seen it more recently, hot dog. So it's like you're just kind of cupping your hand like that. Stick your thumb out a little bit. And that's like the bun. And then you have the hot dog like that, and you just lay it in there. So it looks like this. Okay. Hot dog. And you kind of move it. Hot dog. Taco is almost the same. Leave your non-dominant hand that way, but instead of a one hand shape, you have a flat hand shape. Taco. Taco. And then last we have sushi, which is often signed with a U hand shape, and that same that you had for hot dog and taco, you're going to keep it that way for sushi. So you want a U hand shape and you're going to hit in here. Now, I have my best friend who's deaf loves sushi, and she signs it this way. It's just two U hand shapes, and you tap, tap, tap. This would be still your dominant hand or the hand that you write with. So you can either do it sushi or sushi, either way. All right, so those are more foods.